there everyone, Akshita here, back again with another video. And guys, in this video, we are going to learn how to find factorial of a number using recursion. In the previous video, we used the traditional method, that is using loops, but now we are going to learn something new, that is recursion. Now the first thing that comes in your mind, that what is the recursion? It is nothing, guys, it's just a concept that you have to learn. So what is there in it is that basically we are going to make the function, but when there is self calling function, then it is called recursion. Okay, means it calls on its own. Like we are going to see what happens. What is, first of all, let's see what is our problem. Like it is, we have to find the factorial as we have seen in the previous one. For finding the factorial, what we have to do is, it is 5 into that we have to multiply till 1. Actually we have to multiply till 0, but what is that? 0 factorial is 1, so we just doesn't consider that 0 factorial because it's just increasing one loop. Okay, now I want you to consider over here, like in this there is 6 factorial, which is 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So guys, what is this there in it is that it is 6 into 5 factorial. Yeah, there is a pattern if you have observed that. You can see now if I will do 7, then what will it will be 7 factorial? 7 into 6 factorial. Just take it in your mind, just keep it somewhere in your head because this concept is going to come further. Okay, now what happens in the recursion is that there will be a base case which will let us to come out of that recursion, means that self-calling function. Okay, otherwise we will just go on calling itself. So what is that? We need a base case that will help us to come out of that function calling. Okay, now in recursion, first of all, what you have to think is of a function. Like, what is the smallest problem that answer should be with me? That function I have to call again and again in a repeated mode, that I can reach to the solution that I want. This is a mindset that you need to solve the problem using recursion. I hope you are getting my point and you're getting that feel that in recursion what we have to do is that we have to find that function, the smallest function, a repeating subproblem which acts as a function which will lead us to the solution. Okay, let's see what I am trying to say is, like there it is 5 into 4 into 3 into 1. So it is the 5 factorial. But if we recognize some of the pattern, what it is that when we have to calculate 5 factorial, what it is 5 into 4 factorial. And then 4 factorial is 4 into 3 factorial. Then 3 factorial is 3 into 2 factorial. And 2 factorial is 2 into 1 factorial. And 1 factorial is what? 1. Or we can say multiply with 0 factorial, which in return is 1. Okay, got it till here. So now what will be our base case and what will be our function? Let's see. So if we see closely, then what our base function should be, that our small function, that it should be f of n. What it is? N multiplied by, and we are calling the function by f of n minus 1. See, it is same as we are seeing over here that 5 factorial, which is a function of n, is f of, it is n, 5 multiplied by f of n minus 1, 4 factorial. I hope you are getting it. Yeah, it's easy though. Okay, so let's check out. And the base case will be that if n is equal to 1, then we have to return what? 1. Are you getting my point? So how it will be that 5 into 4 factorial, it will be stored in a stack. Then 4 factorial will call 4 into 3 factorial. And 3 will call 3 into 2 factorial. And 2 factorial will call 2 into 1 factorial. So what it is returning? It is returning 1. So 1 factorial is giving 1 over here. then 2 into 1 2, then 2 factorial is giving over here 2, and then 2 into 3 6. This 3 factorial is giving it is 6. 6 into 4 24. Then 4 factorial is 24. And 24 into 5 is 120, which is our final output. I hope you are getting the feel of it. So now what is left? Just we have to write this whole procedure in the form of code. Okay. So first of all, let me first call a take a number as in for input. Okay. So, then what we have to do? Just I have to call a function. Uh, Let me store that in a variable, suppose f. Then I will call. Let me take a fact name function and passing num. Okay, now function I'm now calling def fact if number. So now we need to define the base case. What it is? Base case, we have two things is very important. Two things are very important when using recursion is you must figure out that self-calling function. Okay, and the second one is the base case. If you have figured it out, these both things, and recursion is just a breeze. All just you have to write the code and all magic is going to happen. Okay, so what is I want you also to speak aloud with me. If n is equal to 1, then return 1. Okay, this is the only if statement. If this is true, this part of code will run only there. Otherwise, return is that take me out of this function call. Okay, then it will be n multiplied by factorial of n minus 1. Okay, now let's run this program. Uh, okay, you must have figured it out that what was the error, that we have taken num as a parameter, not n. Okay, then oh my bad. Over here, as you can see that it's not necessary that your code runs at one go. There are the errors which we have to read and rectify what was the problem. Okay. Okay, we are not printing it. Now, see, now we have finally got answer. So what we are doing that if n is equal to 1, then only run this code. Otherwise, return num into 5 in factorial. This one. Yeah. Uh, Otherwise, take this return is 1. I hope you got some basic idea about the recursion and how to think while solving a problem through recursion. Yeah. Then see you guys in the next video. Signing out. Till then, bye bye.